I made a huge discovery one day whilst docked in Antigua. I was strolling through the duty-free district within the cruise terminal area. The sun was beating hard on my pale, hungover face. It was bright. Too bright. Like a stupid cunt, I had forgotten to bring my sunglasses with me. As soon as I left the gate, separating the dock from the shop, I realised I needed to get the fuck out of the sun and into the shade. It was much too hot for me. I wiped the fresh perspiration from my brow and flicked at an old reptile in front of me. That old bastard didn't notice. Good thing too, as he looked like one of our passengers. Anyway, I digress. To the right of me, I passed the gate which stood the duty-free booze shop. Results, I thought. I could go in and take everything back to the ship, drop it off and pick up my sunglasses ready to explore. Outside the shop was a point of sale stand with samples of rum. Fuck me, I hit the jackpot. Not many places I've been to would hand out free booze, so I went up to the stand. There are many bottles, all brands that I didn't recognise. This was the place to be. Which one do you want to try? Said the sales guy. If you're going to buy one, which one would you buy? And I'll try it, I said. Is it for a party or for myself? Said the salesman. I'll tell you what, if you point out the one that you would personally buy and the one that you'll buy for a party, I'll try them both, I said. The salesman smiled and pushed me over a plastic cup. This one is one I'd buy for myself. I picked up the cup. The man poured himself one. We both tapped our cups and downed it. Wow, I said, this one was smooth as fuck. No mix and no ice, just smooth as fuck. Okay, I said. Which one for the party? The man poured a cup and one for himself. The man handed me a bottle of water. I gave him a look of what the fuck is this? Before I even managed to utter those words, the man came out with just in case. We tapped our cups and necked our rum. I was fine at first, and then a deep heat come all over me. The heat from the sun was not helping at all. I could feel it through my arms and neck. Before I knew it, I was chugging down that bottle of water. Fuck me, that stuff was strong. The man shook my hand. Not many people can keep it down on their first go, he said. I didn't let on to him that I felt all wibbly wobbly, and the only thing that was keeping me up was this sheer determination. I just didn't want to fall flat on my arse, not this close proximity to the ship. I needed both of these bottles. What the fuck are they called? The man held up his first bottle, Cavalier. That is the one that I would buy. My salesman said. He held up the second bottle, Cavalier 151 proof. This one's for the party, he laughed as he said it. I went to the shop all eager like I was in Willy Wonka's chocolate factory. I scanned the shelves, whiskey, nope, vodka, nope, gin, fuck no, rum. Here we are. Mountgate, nope. Bacardi, nope. Kraken, nope. Parrot Bay, fuck no. Ah, here it is. Occupied an entire column was the Cavalier. I picked up 5 bottles of the normal type and another 5 bottles of the rocket fuel 151 proof. I took all the bottles to the counter, which took me 3 trips, and the lady at the till was smiling. Once the lady had run the rum through the till, she said that would be $60. $60? $60 fucking dollars? No way! $60 fucking dollars for 10 litres of rum. I was on cloud 9. $6 for a bottle. $6 fucking dollars for a bottle. That was the biggest fucking win I've had in a trip so far. I walked out of the shop, back into the terminal, showed my pass to the port security, bags clinking with every footstep. I walked past the security hut, then towards the ship's forward gangway. I showed my pass to the ship's security and trundled up the gangway. The bottles were clinking loud as I was going up the gangway. When I got to the top, I handed my pass to the security officer, who then scanned it to say I was back on the ship. I placed my bags through the x-ray machine, followed by my wallet and phone. I passed through the archway and then collected my things. I got a tap on my shoulder. It was the deputy fucking captain. Fuck! He took me to the nearest crew corridor. It was at this point I knew I was fucked. I knew that there was a crackdown on crew bringing excessive quantities of booze back to the ship. And who was that at the gangway supervising? The deputy fucking captain. This DC was a cunt. He was one of those fucking officers that got a real kick out of breathalyzing crew. Having a party, he said calmly. Not tonight, sir, I replied. Good, he said. How many? 10, sir, I replied. How many? How many? He said again. 10, sir, I replied. The DC looked me square in the eye and got in my face. He must have got close in to check if he could smell the booze in my breath. I was thinking, you fucking cunt. You got me now, motherfucker. How many? He said. 8, sir. I put my bags on the floor and handed him one of each bottle. Good, he said. Don't let it happen again. And he walked off. That cunt jacked my fucking booze, the cheap cunt. I stole back to my cabin, slammed the door and shouted at the top of my lungs, you motherfucking cheap-ass balding bastard! I punched the bulkhead and shouted again, ah! I went over to my desk and lit up a cigarette. I was that pissed off I must have smoked the cigarette in 30 seconds flat. I opened up Eldorado, my booze stash, and it was the hidden cupboard underneath my bed. I practically threw all the bottles inside and lit another cigarette and slammed my mattress down covering the Eldorado cupboard. I picked up my sunglasses and left my cabin, slamming the door behind me. I walked down to the gangway and stormed off the ship in the biggest drop and came to the nearest bar and ordered a bucket of beer. I was in no mood for the beach today.